it's Cassie. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but hopefully you can. We've got a couple street sweepers and stuff going by. I'm at work right now, technically. I'm not really working because our kiddo's still sleeping. Um, but yeah, I kind of wanted to do a live update. I haven't gone live yet. It's kind of cool. I kind of like that. It's actually pretty cool. But so I wanted to give an update and kind of let you guys know kind of everything that's going on since Laura's kind of MIA right now. Yeah, basically Laura kind of had a major reality check hit her on, I want to say it was Friday, I believe, that kind of everything kind of hit her and she kind of came back to reality. I'm not sure if she has had any videos where she's mentioned this or not. I'd have to double check her channel. But Laura's grandma is really sick, as you might know, maybe not. And so it's been a really rough week or two dealing with that. And so on Friday, we had an issue where Laura used to have a cat and whatnot. So when she was about 10, she adopted a cat and named it Millie. It's a cute, adorable little kitten and whatnot. And then basically it was her cat for about 2 or 3 years, and then Laura was unfortunately sent to a treatment center. And I don't know how much of this she wants me to tell you, so I'll just tell you the general vague story, I guess. But so basically she went to a treatment center and then was bounced around from treatment center after another. In fact, she spent from the time she was 12 all the way till she was 17 bouncing in and out of either the hospital or treatment centers. So when she was technically discharged from her last treatment center, she really didn't have a stable place to be. She just didn't. She was going from foster home to group home to foster home to a hotel. So when she discharged, she decided to let her grandparents keep the cat because she decided that the cat had gotten really attached to them and vice versa. So she decided that was what was best and left it to be kind of in her grandparents' care. Well, unfortunately, her grandma's sick, and they basically started to give the cat away, and they did, to another lady because her grandma's sick and can't, really take care of it at all. So, basically another lady at the retirement place that her grandma was at took the cat in, and it kind of just made everything real for Laura about how sick her grandma is and everything. So it kind of just, reality came crashing down, and she kind of had a little bit of a nervous breakdown, and I gotta switch hands. So she's been trying really hard to function. Unfortunately, that's just not happening, and she was kind of headed into a mental breakdown prior to the reality check and everything. So basically the update is Laura has the cat now because the lady that they gave her to didn't want her within 24 hours, called and said that she didn't want the cat anymore. And so Laura now has her kitty back. She's staying with him because we have a dog at our apartment, so she's staying with him and whatnot. So we have our cat back, but basically things have changed. We are going, we're going to change things a little bit. Laura's pretty much not gone to work for a week. On Tuesday, she completely missed work, which is highly unlike her and whatnot. That's just not how she is. She's really typically very organized and she has her schedule down to the letter. She knows where she's supposed to be, when she's supposed to be there and whatnot. So for her to just completely, it wasn't like she just didn't go to work. She completely forgot she had work on Tuesday. So we didn't go to work on Tuesday, which I think that's okay. She was really burnout and really tired and super sleep deprived. And any of those that have sleep deprivation or insomnia, they know, you guys probably have a pretty good idea that eventually you'll just burn out and kind of pass out. And that's kind of what happened. Laura just burned out. She was just emotionally and physically exhausted. She had a really long week of work where she worked about like 7 days straight. And they were really crappy shifts where she was getting off work at like midnight and coming home at 1, and then, you know, crawling into bed at like 1:30, and then getting up at 5 to go to work for a different family. So she was really burnt out and just missed work. Then on Friday, when we were supposed to go to work, Laura just could not even get up. She was just so depleted that she couldn't even get up or turn off the alarm. I'm falling over. I lost my balance. Whoops. Anyway, so she just basically couldn't even function. She couldn't even turn off the alarm. So rather than miss another day of work, which we really can't afford to be doing right now, we decided to go ahead and have me go to work for her, and it worked very, very well. So I went ahead and I did her morning shift and took the kids to school, got them fed, got them dressed, typical nanny stuff, and went about our day. I went through the morning shift, kind of let Laura come home and relax, and then I came out again and did her afternoon shift, and it worked. I think it worked really well. I think it's a good plan for us, because it takes a lot of the stress off Laura, and she just really can't deal with it right now. So basically, oops, I'm sorry, I got really close to your guys' face, and I guess you don't need that. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of our new routine. I think that's what it's gonna be, is at least on the aspect of going to work. We're gonna go ahead and have myself, Holly, or occasionally as a backup, which I don't see this being a problem. I don't see us needing this, but we like our backups. We like our backup plans, so we're gonna have myself or Holly mainly be doing the working schedule for right now, and then if absolutely need be, we're gonna have Miranda do it. So I'm gonna be doing work for her, and then as far as our appointments go, and I'm gonna kind of talk quietly, so I'm gonna move the phone closer to my face so you can hear me, and that's really weird, so maybe I'll just turn it around. I don't know. But basically, I'm gonna be going to work, and then as far as appointments are concerned, we may or may not have Laura get ready. It depends on her state of mind at the time. So, like, if she feels like she can deal with it. Notification. There we go. So, if Laura's in a good state of mind, we'll let her go ahead and get ready and drive to appointments and go about her routine as usual. And whatnot. However, if it's a day that she's not doing so hot and not feeling so hot, then we're gonna go ahead and get ready for her and get that all taken care of and everything and whatnot. I'm kind of stepping outside because we did buy our car. We have our car now, and since I'm live, I thought I'd show you, because he's still sleeping, and I'm gonna have to unlock the car anyways to get his booster seat in the car. So, kind of works. So I'm gonna turn you guys around while I yak at you for a minute, and hopefully no cars will go by, so you guys can still hear me, because I know I talk really quietly, and I apologize for that. But so I'm gonna flip you upside down. Woohoo! So that's our new car. That's kind of what it looks like. Unfortunately, Laura scraped it against the lamppost, and actually, like, just walking by it, you can't even really tell. But yeah, there's a little dent on it and some scratch because she basically just scratched a lamp post because it had concrete around it, but I don't know, I think it's nice. Only thing I don't like, and she doesn't like it either, is it has the crank windows. So this is our new car. It's kind of cool. I kind of like it. Don't mind our coffee, but yeah. It's got your steering wheel. It has the really nice buttons on the steering wheel, which is nice. It's got Bluetooth too, but we're gonna have to, you know, figure out how that happens. But it's got nice seats and everything, so I don't know, that's our car. I know that's really weird and you're like, what the heck? But I had to unlock it to get the booster seat in there anyways. I'm not hanging outside too much because, I don't know, it's going on like, I don't know, what time is it, guys? It's about 7, that's what I thought. It's going on about 7 now, so our kiddo could wake up anytime from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and let her do her appointments, and that's our new car, and everything. And then, so yeah, basically I'm doing work, and when Laura can, we're gonna let her do the appointments. And if not, then obviously one of us will go. So that's kind of our major updates, is we're having to, I'm gonna have to set y'all down somewhere. Let's just set you right there for right now. But yeah, so you probably can't hear me that far away from the phone. Huh. Just set you guys on a chair. But yeah, so we're gonna go and get our Jeep back from the dealership today. We are keeping the Jeep, but the Kia will be our main thing. And it's gonna be a lot of, I guess, a lot of us having to be out and forward and kind of taking care of things for her. She's just having a really hard time, so I don't know. But we're kind of in the middle of reworking our entire system, because I don't know how many of you guys have seen it. Actually, I don't think she's done a video on this, actually, come to think of it. So basically, I think a lot of you know Laura's engaged, and I guess we're technically engaged, but we don't see it like that. We see it as Tim being Laura's fiance. We keep it kind of separate. She put on this big sweatshirt, which it's really just like baggy. It's just super baggy, you guys, and I kind of hate it. But like, we have so many layers on. We have like 5 layers on. Because we're always super cold, and the lady we're working for today always keeps her house really cold, so she layered a bunch. But yeah, so basically we're engaged, and before Laura met Tim, we had a somewhat working system, but it wasn't working quite so well. But basically a lot of us were out or forward, or whatever you want to, whatever term you want to use for that. Sorry, we've had a lot of problems with stuff, like our voice not working, and we're not really sure. Like, that's been mostly a Laura thing, but for some reason I'm having issues with it too right now. Don't really know what it is. It's not like our throat hurts or anything. It just kind of goes out after a while. And me talking quietly doesn't really help, because then it's even harder to hear us, because my voice going out, and, you know, like I talk quietly, so. Anyways, so basically, yeah, so we kind of had our own working system, and then we didn't because, like, no one was really communicating with each other. I'm always afraid that when I clear my throat, it's going to be really loud on your guys' end. But, so, yeah, we had a working system, sort of, where we were out and forward a lot. And then we met Tim, and we still kind of went about our daily lives where, you know, we were a lot more present and forward, and there was a lot more switching going on. And then that kind of settled down because Laura met Tim, and we kind of wanted to let her live with him and have her life for the most part. And then we decided, I think a day or two ago, that we're just going to have to be a little more forward and a little more present than we were, just to help Laura keep functioning. So, I mean, the new system / routine is still going to be in the works, but right now we have it as me going to work. My hair is a mess. Yeah, so we're going to have it as me going to work or Holly, but it's been mainly me so far. Anywho, so that's going to be our main plan. And obviously us taking over if need be for appointments and whatnot. And then hopefully Laura will be in a better state of mind where she can meet out more. And her allergies are really bad, you guys, so don't mind me sounding terribly. And we're gonna try and rework it. We're trying to get our house back in order. This is not our house. This is the house we work at, so don't be like, your house is super clean, because it's not my house. But we're coming up on 17 minutes, and I think that's good enough for now. So pretty much the rest of the day is just get the booster seat in the car, fiddle around, because I've already cleaned this house. Like, I've already cleaned just about everything I can clean in the house, because it's already fairly well cleaned, so there's, like, not a lot of cleaning to do, so just pretty much fiddle around, which will drive me nuts. I don't like sitting still, so, but we'll just fiddle around till our kiddo wakes up, try and get him to eat breakfast, because he's not really big on breakfast, but I think it's important. And then we're gonna get him off to his daycare, and then we're gonna go get our Jeep. Ty really likes the Jeep, so I'm glad we're keeping it, although we might sell it. I don't know. Laura was having second thoughts about that last night, so I don't know. But we're gonna go get the Jeep anyway. And then after that, we're probably gonna run over and try and see our grandma. I don't think I mentioned this, but she was admitted back into hospital yesterday. So she was moved from the acute rehab facility she was in to back into the hospital. Unfortunately, she's having a lot of complications with her breathing and basically has a CPAP breathing for her, so it's really not great. They're running tests and doing everything they can do, but who knows. So then after we get our car, we're gonna, I mean, they said she should be home in a day or two, but they've said that 100 times, like, since Christmas. Our grandma, I don't know. But since Christmas, our grandma has been in and out of the hospital more times than we can count. We've actually just stopped counting. It doesn't matter. And every time she goes into the hospital, they say a day or two. And then it's like at least a week. So even though this time they're saying they'll keep her a day or two for observation, we're thinking probably like a week. But so no matter where she is, if she's in the hospital, we'll go see her in the hospital. If she's back at the rehab center, we'll go see her. I'm here, and I gotta sign off because that's my kiddo.